Hey everyone, I'm super excited to share with you an emotional and captivating story today. The journey of love between the young man Adam and the mysterious Tieu V. From the challenges they face early on to navigating life on their own, their story is full of twists and turns. Can Adam find happiness with Tieu V? Or will the secrets of her past slowly unfold? Join me as we dive into this unforgettable journey. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest videos. If you enjoy this story, show your support by liking and sharing it. Wishing you all a relaxing and enjoyable time. The sound of cicadas gently hums beside the thatched roof, like a quiet melody, blending with the warm golden rays of the morning sun. The light pours over the leaves, brightening up the small garden. Adam is hard at work, carefully placing the large logs out in the sun to dry evenly. Even though he's completely focused on his task, his eyes occasionally drift toward the figure of Tieu V in the small kitchen. Tieu V, with a gentle hand, brushes a strand of hair behind her ear, her eyes never leaving Adam. It's not just his patience with his work that captures her, but a strange warmth stirring within her heart. The sunlight streaming through the window highlights her soft features, and with a soft, almost whispering tone, she says, "It's so hot in here with the sun coming through." She smiles, a bright, cheerful grin, though her eyes betray a hint of worry. Adam looks up, forcing a smile, but his eyes still carry a weight of concern. His shirt is drenched in sweat. "I'm trying to fix it soon," he replies, his voice tired, yet sincere. Tieu V watches him intently, unable to tear her eyes away from his face. She wants to get closer to wipe the sweat off his forehead, but shyness holds her back. She reminds herself that she's just recovered from being sick, and it wouldn't be wise to worry about such things. Noticing the strange silence from Tieu V, Adam smiles softly and says warmly, "You should go inside and rest. I'll take care of this." The simplicity of his words, though, brief, carries so much warmth and sincerity, making Tieu V's heart soften. She has never felt such genuine concern, not from anyone, let alone a man she just met. It's not out of duty, it's the kind of care that comes straight from the heart. Though they haven't spent much time together in this moment, amidst the morning sunlight and gentle breeze, an unspoken bond forms between them. Tieu V sat quietly on the small bamboo bed, a heavy feeling settling in her chest. The warmth and peacefulness of this little home with a man who cared for her stirred emotions she wasn't used to. For the first time in her life, she felt the gentle embrace of someone's concern. It was a quiet happiness, profound in its simplicity, causing her heart to slow down as a flood of thoughts washed over her. Adam, watching from a distance, noticed the sadness in her eyes, as if there was something unsaid weighing on her heart. He could feel the unspoken sorrow, and in that moment, he couldn't stand idly by. Without a word, he walked toward her, holding a few freshly boiled eggs, still warm to the touch. His gaze was gentle, filled with a care that needed no words. "I boiled these eggs for you. They're still warm," Adam said softly, his voice carrying a quiet comfort, as if his mere presence was enough. He sat down beside her, close enough for her to feel his presence, but not too close. Just enough to let her feel the warmth of his care. He peeled an egg, then handed it to her with a tenderness that spoke volumes. "Eat it. You look a little pale," he said, his voice filled with concern though sincere. His words weren't just a suggestion, they were a quiet reminder of the care he had for her. A care that didn't need to be said aloud. Tieu Huyen looked into his eyes, and a warmth she hadn't known before began to spread through her. She took the egg from him, but didn't eat it right away. The sensation of being cared for, of being seen, it was strange, almost overwhelming. A simple gesture, yet it touched her deeply. "Thank you," Tieu Huyen said softly, her voice trembling with emotion. Adam smiled, not saying anything more. He simply sat there with her, the silence between them, speaking louder than any words could, filled with emotion that didn't need to be voiced. The narrow path leading to Huyen's house was eerily quiet. The only sounds were the footsteps of Adam and Ji echoing in the still air. As they walked and talked, Adam couldn't help but notice Tieu Huyen's nervousness. She walked beside them, her eyes constantly darting around her small frame, tense as though she was preparing for something bad to happen. Adam could feel the anxiety in every step she took, as if that fear had seeped into her very bones. When the three of them met up on the path, Tieu Huyen suddenly veered off into the forest, as if she couldn't bear the presence of anyone else. Jay and Adam exchanged confused glances, not understanding what was going on. They stood silently for a moment, then called out in unison, "Tieu Huyen, they're gone. Come out now." Adam's voice was soft, but laced with concern and genuine care. Yet Tieu Huyen didn't come out right away. She remained silent, her heart racing in her chest, as if the fear still held her captive. Finally, she emerged, but not in her usual calm manner. Her steps were quick, almost frantic, as though she feared that if she stayed in one place too long, something terrible would happen. Adam noticed the change immediately and felt even more worried. The feeling hit him hard. Tieu Huyen was running from something deeply frightening. Her ex-husband is cruel, Adam thought bitterly. Not only had he never left her in peace, but he still hunted her, treating her like a possession to be sold. The thought broke Adam's heart. How could any man be so heartless? As Tieu Huyen disappeared from view, Adam and Jay continued on their way, walking side by side in silence. Adam's mind was filled with worry for Tieu Huyen, but also a simmering anger toward the man who had tormented her, and a deep sadness for Tieu Huyen's mother, who had suffered so much. Adam could feel the pain that ran deep within Tieu Huyen, and it fueled his resolve to help her. Her story wasn't just one of running from a dark past. It was a battle to reclaim her life, to fight for the right to live safely and happily. Huyen's house had become familiar to Tieu Huyen, a place where she found peace, yet also witnessed the overflowing happiness of others. She led Ji and Adam inside, but there was an indescribable feeling in her heart. On the outside, she appeared calm, but Ji's radiant love for Huyen, the sparkle in his eyes, made Tieu Huyen unable to hold back her tears. She sat quietly in the corner, watching Jay and Huyen, silently telling herself, Huyen is so happy having Jay by her side. That happiness, however, made Tieu Huyen feel an overwhelming sadness for what she lacked. The loneliness inside her grew, and without realizing it, her gaze drifted toward Adam, almost instinctively seeking comfort. She sat there, observing her surroundings, but everything only deepened the emptiness she felt. When Ji returned, Huyen's joy only reminded Tieu Vi of how much she felt like an outsider. The long-awaited moments of happiness that Huyen had dreamt of, the tears of joy that filled her eyes weighed heavily on Tieu Vi's heart. She couldn't contain her emotions. Her feet carried her to the stream, where she stood alone, the sound of the flowing water, the only thing that accompanied her. Tears streamed down her face as she looked up at the cloudy sky and screamed out, "Why? Why is life so cruel to me?" Her cry echoed, as if it wanted to tear apart all the pain inside her. From a distance, Adam saw her head toward the stream alone, and quickly followed, fearing she might do something reckless. When he arrived, he found Tieu Vi sobbing uncontrollably. His heart tightened, the emotions too much to put into words. Adam didn't speak. He just sat next to her and gently asked, "Why are you crying?" His words of comfort didn't ease Tieu Vi's pain. In fact, they made her feel even more vulnerable. Her tears flowed for the years of solitude and suffering she had endured. "Cry all you need," Adam stood there silently watching her. Finally, he spoke softly. "Stop crying, I'll take you back." Tieu Vi choked on her sobs, her heart heavy. She sighed deeply, then spoke with a painful voice. "I have no home. My husband kicked me out." Hearing that, Adam felt a deep sorrow within him. He couldn't imagine how a woman like Tieu Vi could bear such pain. All he could do was offer a quiet consolation. "Don't cry anymore." Tieu Vi looked at him, her eyes red, but slowly her emotions began to calm. She shared her words, barely a whisper. "They were my ex-husband and his lover this morning." Adam listened, his heart beginning to understand the turbulent past Tieu Vi had endured. "Stay calm. We'll find a way to solve this," he said, his voice steady and full of resolve. Tieu Vi felt a small seed of hope growing within her as she heard his words. Together, they returned to Huyen's home, where warmth and kindness awaited. Huyen smiled at Tieu Vi and asked, "How have you been? I haven't seen you come by to visit lately." Adam stood quietly to the side, observing everything. But in his heart, Tieu Vi had left a lasting impression. He saw the goodness and strength within her, the things life had taken away. Deep down, Adam knew that Tieu Vi was a strong woman, and all she needed was a little faith, a little love, to help her rise above the dark days. Though Huyen's words brought Tieu Vi a slight sense of relief, the wounds in her heart were far from healed. The three of them sat together, talking about reunion and hope, the conversation flowing gently. And in the depths of Adam's heart, he hoped that no matter how hard life got, he and Tieu Vi would find the path to happiness. Stay tuned for the next part of this story, where hope and change will lead these characters to a better, brighter outcome.
biết mình muốn một khẳng định không nên